Yo, yo, yo. Hopefully you guys can hear me. What's up? What's up? It's your guy Ray Hama, one versus a million. Testing, let me know if I can be heard. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it today and me giving my take on Invincible, episode 7 and the finale. And for this one, for my boy Mark, I gotta give him the Oscar beat from Oscar's Wrath. Because yeah, he displayed an element from there. So but yeah, uh man, this was when I first seen this episode, I was like, wow. So I went back, to take my notes, you know, and to cover for this show. Cause man, that's yeah, it has a lot of replay value. I'll tell you that there because man, it just started off like with a bang because Angstrom, being so pissed, he sends out, he calls forth basically all these other marks from, these other alternate realities, to fight against, the main universe's mark. And so, man, this is just wild. Okay, I mean, I was expecting to see maybe Alan, Alan the alien to show up in this, whatever. No, but this is strictly basically about the Invincible War. As everybody is titling it. So, you know, so yeah. Basically, he tells them, "Hey, I promise you, hey, you can get all what you want, if you basically make Invincible pay, make people, make the people, make the people hate Invincible. That was his mission. He wasn't trying to just quickly take him out. He said, nah. He said he wants to make him suffer on all levels. But one thing I kind of found like too, there was a little eerie. I seen like these robots, these cyborgs, these three cyborgs that was behind Angstrom. And I was like, huh. I was like, okay, so what's up with these cats? Well, next thing we have where Eve tells Mark to get over what happened to Powerplex. Basically, he feels like shit. Like rightfully so. He feels like shit about it. He's showing that he cares and that he's human inside. But basically, for what he did, from losing his sister, his niece, and then later his wife and daughter. So yeah, I mean, he's just in just lost in thought, man, of being in that wonder of like, man, of what the person have what he have felt during that time. Like no matter how much you can ponder about it, unless you experience something like that, you won't understand. It's one of those situations. But he's still showing like his humanity. He was showing humanity by showing his care for what happened to Powerplex. And the fact of that, going through such traumatic events like that, of how it can just make one snap. And I believe it seemed like to me that Eve was kind of being a little like nonchalant about it, but understand like basically, how he's feeling at the time, and the only thing she can do is just, be of that nurturing spirit, for him. Because man, that is effed up, but not as effed up, boy, as what a lot of other people went through, man, as we're gonna go, as this goes. So So yeah, Eve gets a call during that time while she was talking to Mark, from the prison, because basically one of the Marks was there causing such mayhem. So she sends Mark off. Mark arrives at the prison. You know, uh, and Shrink Ray starts fighting one of the Marks, which he knocks out temporarily. Then the other heroes come and starts beating on Invincible, thinking he's the evil Mark. And I'm like, well, you really can't blame him. What I mean? Like, which is no reason why, like, he wasn't trying to, he didn't rage out on him or whatever, because that's cool. He just shows that he understood that real quickly, you know, of how they can mistake him for one of the evil Marks. I was like, damn, they are beating on my boy. I'm like, shit. But it got straight later on, you know, having him realize that he's the good Mark, he's the Mark that belongs to that universe. So yeah, that was, man, that was something else too, boy. Oh man. Yeah, and all the heroes, Uncle Mark, is fighting. All these Marks are fighting all over the world, destroying, just causing destruction, just so people all around the world can hate Mark. I mean, boy, he had it in. Angstrom had it in, man, for our boy Mark, man. He wants him to feel it. And even though to a degree, hey, like we said before, it's kind of his fault, you know, for him ending up in that situation. But the thing is, we got to keep in mind, too, like, at the same time, he can't help but just feel nothing but rage and vengeance because of what all the other levies have went through. All that, is inside of him. Hmm. So, yeah, we have the next scene. Basically, where I'm seeing, okay, Rex, he's head out towards the mayhem because he was helping with the girl that could shrink. Yeah, I think her name's Shrink Ray. Yeah, he was helping her out as she was moving. But I don't know. I think they were supposed to maybe possibly hook up later on, or I don't know. But he leaves off, boom, and to go see what was going on, and yeah, and then yeah, Powerplex, he gets knocked out by one of the evil Marks temporarily. And then next thing we have here in the world news, Mark's mom allows Oliver to get help. I mean, not to get help, but to go help. Sorry. To go help his brother. But it wasn't, as we, first think, okay. That she's telling him to stop, we don't want you to go nowhere. No, she basically gave him a little pep talk, and tell him, hey, don't let him grab you and all that stuff, keep your distance and, be safe. So I was like, okay, good shit. Well, also realizing, hey, that she couldn't do nothing anyway, if he wants to go, he can just dip out and leave, to go help his brother, to go help out with the situation, what's going on. But not only helping his brother was on his mind, Oliver also, seeing that it was also important to help out the the people, because there was so much death and destruction all around them. So yeah, so and she tells him, but his mother tells him that she wants him to stay away because from the house because they may come there, which yeah, I see later on in the episode. Yeah, she's right. The next thing we have Cecil and Donald. His cyborgs managed to kill one of them. Cecil tells Donald to make the call to everyone, basically all the heroes. He was like, "Yeah, we need everyone, damn it." Yeah, they did, boy. Because whoo, shit. You might as well say that universe, that world had their taste of Viltrumite power right there. So, but yeah, next thing we have while helping the people, Oliver runs into the evil Mark mistakenly, thinking it was his brother. I guess he must not pay that close attention to the news. And then, oh man, this was funny too. The next scene, where I see this like evil mummy, to try to possess one of the marks, and one of the evil marks, and that mark wasn't having it. That mark wasn't having it. He was like, hell no. Yeah. And he was like, oh shit, I can't be so far from the tomb. Well, he crawled back in. And then this woman, comes through carrying this woman named Jane. She was kind of like, talking smack to him, and the damn mummy responded back. Man, that damn mummy said, wait a minute, what was it? He said, good riddance to you wretched females. Yeah, and then she said, replied back and said, have fun spending eternity alone, you misogynistic jerk. I was like, oh man. Yeah. It's kind of funny, every time to see how they throw these real time modern day little issues and quotes in these damn shows. Oliver, he was the next thing he was fighting evil Mark, the evil Mark he ran into, until he pieced him up a little bit, but until one of the some of the other heroes showed up. And at this point, man, all the heroes are fighting everywhere around the world. So yeah, next scene, while Mark fights two evil Marks, one of them broke Eve's leg. I was like, ooh, shit. I'm like, boy, I know that girl's in pain. I'm like, shit. I'm like, with your abilities, what you should, are able to do, you should be more badass than how they're, portraying you in this show. Like when, how she uses her abilities. Being able to control matter. But she can't control sentient matter. Yeah, so yeah, while Mark fights two evil Marks, yep, he man, they was no joke. them two marks was no joke, man. I'll tell you that. It was kind of hilarious too, but it's crazy, man, because these marks, right? Because some of them did get taken out. Okay, man, and boy, and they're effed up because one of them killed killed his father. You know, he took out Omni Man in his universe, which is the dude wearing, which is the one wearing the whole the Venturemite gear, and the other one who crept in the house. Well, you know, who actually went to the house just as Debbie thought. You know, mom's mom. I mean, Mark's mom. Yeah, that one killed his mother. Just sick bastards, sick motherfuckers. I was like, man. I was like, these bastards are wild. I was like, they are wild. And Cecil offers to help Mark at this time with Eve, you know, to send her out, basically, to her up and grab her, take her away from the whole, you know, from the chaos, and put her in treatment care and shit. So, yep, and that's what happened there. And even Mark, oh man, this next scene, dude, he was kind of hilarious because damn, he took out all the damn Guardians. I'm like, damn. And he was having fun with it too. I'm like, shit, but that was until Darkwing took him in the Shadowverse. Basically trapped him in there with himself. But this part, I'm like, okay. Sometime earlier in that fight, you couldn't slick, you know, or catch him on the slick, you know what I mean? Threw his ass in the Shadowverse, boom, like you did Mark, and slip your ass right back out, leaving them in there to deal with whatever creatures are in that Shadowverse. Which is why I'm like, okay, is there any correlation between that Shadowverse and the Hell Realm, which is where the demon detective dude is? I wonder. I wonder. But yeah, next thing we have Mark's mom, Debbie, she refuses to leave the house. You know, Paul chooses, you know, to stay with her because, you know, she just want to make sure, you know, her boy's all right. You know, she was waiting for the news update. Yeah, so this next scene, man, we have Rex. He holds off an evil Mark until Rudy and Bulletproof and Monster, you know, he hold him off until he, you know, until they escape. Just as long enough there for them to escape. And man, that was just, I was like, damn, man, Rex, man, he had to go, man. I'm like, damn, man. He went out like a trooper, though, Rex did, man. He went out like a trooper. You know, so he exploded himself. He caused his own body to self-destruct. I'm like, damn. in hopes that that will take him out. But I don't think that took out that Mark. I think that Mark survived that evil Mark. I'm not sure. But now the next scene. So yeah, now at this point, everyone is trying to recover. Mark is with Eve, in the hospital. Cecil, is trying to convince him to come back to fight, but he refused, because he's choosing to stay with Eve. He's in, he's in, he's in such pain, and he's so emotional, right now he can't think straight. I understand how he feels, but he need to get back to try to think logically and with reason right now, because there's a battle going on, and your mother and brother out there. This dude is like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm staying here with her. I'm like, damn. Especially just saying F your moms and your brothers. Clearly showing, hey, he's being emotional, letting his emotions get the better of him. Because, he definitely does care for the both of them too as well. So, so yeah. And next scene we have the evil Mark, who's still alive. The evil Marks who are still alive basically were ordered by Levy to meet at Mark's house. Because, he has something planned to cook. So it's obvious, as we all seen, if you've seen this episode of how he plans to, of how his only way of being able to fight against Mark, which is using those damn portals. Okay. I thought that, until this fight scene. I was like, damn, so he got something else other than his portals, I see. That he can use as a somewhat of a weapon. Because but then the evil Marks, they try to turn on our boy Levy. Levy quickly picked up on that shit. He ain't quickly picked up on it. He said he already assumed that, they was gonna try to betray him. He just didn't know when. Because they were so impatient. Damn it, they want what they wanted right then and there. Instead of just following through with him, in this plan. Shit, hey, he could have succeeded if they didn't act up right then and there. Helped them out, boom, to push that universe's Mark into one of those portals. And boom, a few of them may get, pushed in with them. It's just a what if scenario for my end, I'm just speaking on right now. So yeah, then boom, and then there you go. But no, they effed it up. When when Angstrom had to quickly send their asses off to hold another dimension, basically the same realm, the same dimension where Mark supposedly, had killed him. So, but in the beginning of the episode, as we see, Levy was brought back, he was put back together by those evil or, surgeons. Those surgeons who basically, because of their ambitions, destroyed their planet, wrecked their planet to the point to where they had to augment themselves in order to survive there. And so they're using Levy and using their capabilities as leverage over him, but giving him a chance to say, hey, or we're looking at this as a partnership, or we can basically, use your parts, what I mean, as however we please. So he sit there as I'm like, damn, man, you couldn't I'm like, anxious, man. He would have been smarter though if he found a way to send at least, or to leave at least like one or two, and send the other ones off to another dimension as an example. So therefore, boom, he'll have some help against Mark. So yeah, this next scene. Yeah. So Cecil tells Mark, they found Levy, who was at his house, just posting waiting. Because he anticipated, that he was going to show up. So yeah, so he leaves the hospital, basically making his way there. And then Cecil obviously transported him there. Well, not transported, but teleported him there. And then boom, and then their fight begins. And I shit you not, and I tell you, man, that fight was, whew, that fight was something else, man, between them two. Because Levy in this, he's using his like these robotic orbs he was using, and he's launching like hordes at them through these different, pockets of dimensions. Now all these damn robotic ass orbs at him, just attacking with him. Boom, and man, that fight was just something else. He was really trying to send our boy into another dimension, and Mark, he was fighting smart too in that. Yeah, he's fighting a little smart in that one. So, I'm like, damn. Yeah, man, they had a damn good fight, but until Mark managed to grab him by the arm, by the throat, but during his hesitation, Oliver shows up, shouting, saying, kill him, look at what he's done, if you let him go, he's gonna do more, just take him out now. Hey, I'm clapping to Oliver right now. I'm like, that boy's right. He's smart. Listen to him on this one. But then again, then a distraction. Levy manages to, rip away from Mark, slip into his portal, to escape. But before the portal was able to close, and Angstrom getting far away from the portal. So Mark wouldn't be able to grab him, but yeah, Mark grabs him by the arm and rips his arm off. So now he's in that dimension with his cyborg surgeons. Like, oh, my arm's ripped. Look at my arm. Ah, look at this shit. Ah, fix me now. And the surgeons look at each other like, oh, this nigga must have forgot. He must have forgotten our deal. They told his ass like, hey, we can let your ass die out right here, damn it, bleed out. Or we can fix your arm, but you're gonna have to accept that you work for us now. And so, as you know, obviously he agreed. He accepted. But yeah. But Levy escaping really pissed off Oliver too. He was like, oh damn man, like shit. But yeah, they told him, man, shit, if you don't follow through, if you don't want to partner with us, the surgeons, then shit, then we'll have fun with your parts. Man. But yeah, next thing Mark and Oliver, observe the damage of the city that the evil Marks caused. Fights, between them and the other heroes. Man, it's just so much devastation. Like all around the world, not just in one or two cities, but all around the world, man. Yeah, then Mark talks to Cecil about his regrets of not killing Levy. Cecil tells us, yeah, you should have. Because Mark was like, man, I should have killed him. Cecil's like, damn, you should have killed his ass. Hell. But when Cecil and Mark, when they went to where Oliver was helping people, Powerplex, he was also there too. He ends up attacking Invincible. Oliver attacks him, knocks him off of Invincible for a minute. But Invincible tells him, hey, don't hit him. And this shows that, hey, that Mark really has a good level head, man. Like to a degree. To some kind of degree. Because he was telling him, like, hey, just don't hit him, just grab him. And that's what they did. They hold him down, boom, until he ran out of power. Because that would be, he knew that would be like overkill. Because he knew he can rip dude apart if he wanted to. But he don't, because he really has deep empathy, sympathy for him, and feels like shit for basically for what his actions has caused. The actions between him and, the fight with his father. But while being taken away, Powerplex shouts out, telling everybody that was all around that, hey, this is Invincible's fault. This is all Invincible's fault, man. And everyone looked at him and really to a degree, yeah. Yeah, it is. So, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about here in this episode. This is episode 7 with the banner up. So we're still on episode 7. But then again, so a lot of it really, it couldn't be helped. Those of us, who are wise enough to know and see that devastation, all that happened, it couldn't be helped. But so yeah. So after that, yeah, he's taken away by Cecil, and the next thing we have Immortal. He comes back to life. By the help of Cecil. Yeah, he wakes up seeing Kate, the duplicate girl, and I was like, okay, well, that's kind of cool, and that's totally understandable. Yeah, because he tells Donald was like, hey, welcome back, sir. And he tells Donald, hey, nah, man, fuck that up. He's like, I quit, man. I quit. It's understandable because we know that both him and Duplicate Girl, as they both expressed and shown so yeah, that they have where they can relate to one another because they have the same experiences multiple times, which is basically of dying. And he's choosing to value things that that we all should hold dear, which is that his family, and that's what the Immortal is choosing. He said, "I quit." He said, "Damn all this shit." But then again, like with responsible powers like that, like I said, comes responsibilities, and to a degree, you may have to just say, "Hey, man, just stick with it," because what if something happens to you or Duplicate Girl when y'all with each other and y'all have a family, and or there's something that happens where it requires your assistance that's outside of your family, like in this but in close proximity. This happened to someone else. What, you quit the Guardian so much to where you're not going to help out your neighbor if they're being attacked or some shit like that? Come on now. So, but I do understand where, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't like that shit too, because you might say he was out. If his head remained separate from his body, yeah, he was done. Or would he, due to his name, immortal, or would he still be alive, but he's just separated? Or would he, or would he have been dead if his head was separated from his body for an extended amount of period of time? That's what I wondered. And in this point of the episode, he Immortal tells Kate, yeah, that's what he wants to do. He wants to start a family. So the next thing we have Cecil. He wants Mark to lead the Guardians. Mark, he refuses, but he told Cecil, hey, he's going to go help out with the cleanup. But if he needs him, to call him. So basically, he's like, hey, I ain't leading none of that shit, but if you need me, I'll be on call. He said, if you need me, I'll be on call. So, and then when Mark went to this, to the cleanup site where I think Oliver was there in the area too. No, he wasn't. He was at home. Um, while Mark was helping, with the cleanup, Conquest shows up. Mark's so pissed off, he's all still in his emotions, and what he went through. But Conquest, he tells him, he's like, hey man, I Expected this to be prepared and ready for the arrival of the Empire. Damn it, but you failed your mission. He already knows who he is and his dad and shit. But Mark, he's so pissed off. He tells Conquest, he's like, man, I want to. He's like, don't fuck with me, man. Because, dude, I want to hit something really hard, man. Like, really hard, dude. I'm just so pissed off. And Conquest, he's like, okay, well, shit, let's go. Hey, that's what I love anyway. All right, boom. And then they clash. Ooh, I'm like, damn, okay, well, it's gonna go down. All right. So we go to the season finale for this one. Oh shit. So now we are here at the season finale, which is episode 8 of Invincible. So yeah, let me get this intro in for this season finale. Yo, oh man. So okay, wow. They they clash. It picks up where the last episode left off. Um, episode 7. So yeah, both of them, man. It begins with a big ass clash between Mark and Conquest. Oh wow. Uh, yeah, we gotta we gotta dive into this one, man. Dive into this with me, y'all. Leave your thoughts too in the comments, in the comment section. Man, it begins with a bang, dude. That was hell. That was something else. Conquest, he gets excited during the fight too, man. He was just he was loving it. Basically, basically tested Mark, really. Tested him and just getting this thrill of just fighting. Because like I said, that's what he loves to do. Mark's mom, Debbie and Oliver watched the news, seeing Mark crashing through a building, you know. But so yeah, he heads out to go help his brother. So yeah, Oliver, you know, he's trying to catch up to. He said he's trying to catch up with him, but he's seeing Mark getting just rocked through the sky by Conquest. So he's kind of like they're having a hard time at first catching up with him. So I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, shh. What your little ass boy gonna do, man, with Conquest? Is be a distraction? I'm like, this man done conquest. This man done conquer planets. Little boy, what you doing? The little boy didn't care that hell. He was there trying to help save his brother. Shit, I commend that bravery, damn it. Salute to Oliver for that one. Oliver showed a true brave heart. Yeah. So and this scene too tripped me out because boy, as Conquest was about to give Mark like a Mach 2 punch, Mark stopped him. He was like, he stopped by pleading with him, for him to listen. He's like, hey, listen, man, listen, oh, listen. You know, but Conquest, they're like, what? He's like, oh, hell no. He's like, damn it, no. He's like, shit, I'm loving this. Grabs him, slaps him to the damn ground, and holds him there, damn it. He's telling them all, he's like, don't give up. He's like, maybe you need some motivation, And he turned and looked, at the civilians and shit, man. And dude, the wreckage that he is causing, man, in this fight is just beyond. I'm like, wow. Because Conquest does not care, boy, at all. Like, he even uses Mark, dude, to take out the civilians. Their fight just basically just caused death all around them. And during the fight too, he even made Mark watch while he was using them to delete the civilians. I'm this old man is no joke. This old man is doing too damn much. He is doing too much. Wow. I'm like, yeah, he needs to go. This old man needs to go. Wow. So Mark pleading, I'm like, man, stop all that pleading, man. Nah, bro, it's too late, man. Damn all that. I'm like, man, you need to. Well, you need to go. Build your level. You need to go Viltrumite level 2 or 3 with that shit, man. Come on now. It was funny though too how they threw that little that little Dragon Ball reference in there when they had Conquest, when have them saying you can't have them tell a Mark saying you can't this ain't how that ain't how this works. You cannot get stronger by the angrier you get. Oh man. So, but in this time, Oliver shows up, and shows up to give him a quick old little roundhouse uppercut, knocking him off of Mark. But he tries to go and hit the old man, get the old man another strike, damn it. But no, the old man slaps it. Oh boy. I commend him for his bravery, but boy, his life flashed before his eyes because then he slapped his ass down to the ground, boy, and before that motherfucker makes sense of it, boy, he grabs him. He grabs him by the leg. But then Mark knocks him away, He knocks him away from Oliver. He's away temporarily. But I'm like, man, just what you thought, bro. I'm like, you didn't even listen to the little advice your mother gave you, boy. You ain't keeping nothing in mind. Like, damn. But man, this shit was just wow. And Mark tells Oliver, he's like, get away, just get away. He tossed him aside and shit before Conquest came right back to his ass. Boom. In the next second. Conquest tells Mark, to show him his power and his rage. He's like, show me it, man. He's like, damn it. He's like, he feeds off of that shit during fights. But that's typical within, warriors, true warriors. But Mark managed, to catch Conquest, for a moment, punching him multiple times, until he grabbed Mark's hand and told him, if that's all he's got, it's not going to end well for him. I'm like, ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh, shit. I'm like, boy, you need to strategize or something. Shit. Them damn powers your ass should have been learning some kind of martial arts training or whatever. Combat training, period. Combat training, period. So yeah, next thing, Cecil and Sinclair, have been building some special cyborgs. And I'm kind of curious about these cyborgs. Now, I ain't seen these special cyborgs in action yet. So next thing, Eve finally wakes up, seeing Mark on TV. She arose, wanting to go help him. But the doctor tells her, though, she's not ready to walk yet. And then she said, does it look like I need to walk? Because she was hovering in the air, with her leg it's all basically bandaged up or whatever. So yeah, so she heads out. Well, she's making her way over there to him. So yeah, next thing, Conquest, he continues to beat on Mark, boy. Hey, and while talking to him, beating on him while talking to him, Oliver knocks him out. Oliver knocks him off of him for a minute. Then Conquest slaps Mark's away, damn it, when he comes back. Which is just a moment later, he comes back. Slaps Mark away, damn it. He's like, damn, I'm gonna deal with this one over here. And bullshit. Hey, we can say Oliver had his first superhero wake up call, huh? Because, boy, he punched his little ass through a building. And just, whew. He punched his little ass through a building, boy, and he grabbed him and began to start, like, slowly ripping him in half. So our boy Oliver is crying in agony and pain. Him and his brother spitting blood, fighting together. I'm like, that's good shit though. He didn't choose to be though. Oh, I'm not as strong, little cowardly brother. No, this boy here, he had heart, damn it. He had heart. Best believe that. So, man, and he was doing that basically until Mark, gets back up and tackles him off of him. But I like that too, how they show how Conquest stopped in mid-flight. He stopped the force of Mark in mid-flight. Yeah, like that. That was awesome. But yeah, next thing we have Cecil. He arrives. with his medics to take Oliver away, to be treated. He used that. I was like, damn. So that man must be watching like a motherfucker because he found a good moment to come in. He had to been watching to know where Oliver was at and shit. And he was, we can say, hey, he's smart. He by basically saying, hey, nah, I ain't trying to do no rescue shit. Then with that chaos shit going around, nah, then he be, swallowed up in it. Nah, so I understood that one. I understood that one. So yeah, you see. Yeah, man. So yeah, and see, so he tries to warn Eve about going out to fight with Mark, but she still insists. She's refusing to listen. She wants to go, but so she wants Cecil to basically to send her there, to teleport her there. Next thing, Conquest, man, yeah, it's just crazy, dude, because he's killing a whole bunch of civilians by dragging Mark. That was wild. That was just something else, man. But is it the worst of what I've seen of what a protagonist has been through? No. I've seen where cats have went through worse. Yes, worse. I know of characters, protagonists that had it worse. So, but yeah, Eve shows up trying to help Mark, but damn it, but Conquest, hey, he ends up breaks in one of Mark's legs. I'm like, damn. I'm like, boy. I'm like, man, I hope this boy pull a Asura from Asura's Wrath. Well, my boy showed so much heart, the heart of a warrior, damn it, to the highest tier, to the highest order. He chooses to continue on the fight, damn it. Over Asura and Asura's Wrath, the video game. Shit. That man was fighting with nothing but his head, his face, his teeth. So that's what that resembled to me right there. I was like, yesers. I'm like, okay. But next thing, Eve slowed down. She slowed down Conquest because Conquest was about to give her a Superman punch. She slowed him down by increasing the density of the air. And she basically was claiming, oh, she has a bunch of tricks, what she can do. Okay, so I'm looking to see, okay, what all she can do. And she was throwing out a whole bunch of shit at him. But I'm like, you're a abilities girl, you can't just think of better shit to come up with, on the fly. With the quickness, that's all you can do. Okay. Wow. Let's continue. So that you can slow this in the air. So why the hell? Just yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Conquest catches Eve and breaks her armor. Her armor that she created. And then this dude knocks her jaw off. Like, dude, that was crazy. And then he pierced her body with his hand. I'm like, wow. I'm like, girl, with what you can do, your ass shouldn't have been caught. I mean, I don't know, just what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking, with a broad mind like I typically do. But man, she was messed up. Mark cries, as he was dying. So, and then next Mark, tells Conquest, he's like, man, hey, this is an awesome line from Mark. He's like, I don't care how strong or how fast you are. I can see the future, and you don't live to see tomorrow. I'm like, yes, sir. So I'm like, okay, so let's go. Damn it, warrior mode. Let's go all out, Bubba. Let's go. Shit. Hell, one arm and all. Let's go, damn it. Shit, warrior mode. Refusing to ball up. Ball up and be cowardly. Because I can't stand coward shit. Real life and in fiction. Don't know about y'all, but put in the comments if you can't stand cowardly shit either. In real life or in these damn on TV. So then Mark charges at Conquest. And then when their fists collided, both of their arms were broken. Mark's arm, his one good arm. And in Conquest, his mechanical arm gets broken. So he's back to having one arm. And then Mark in this fight, in this round, gets the upper hand on Conquest. But while pounding on Conquest, he turns around to see Eve healing herself. So he's shocked and whatever, because he didn't know of his power. So this is first time seeing this. But we know that this is the second time that she's done this. So the Conquest, he takes advantage of this, this a rookie mistake in being a warrior, in the lessons of the warrior, which is, not to take your eyes off your opponent, until they're done. So he takes advantage of this, grabs him. And he even tells him to, he's like, pay attention. I was like, damn it. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. And he grabs and holds him down on the ground and shit. Then he gets to tell him Mark, like, oh, how lonely he feels and shit. How lonely he is. And how the other wheelchair mice basically, don't want to have nothing to deal with him or whatever. And that he basically don't even get a real name. Because, that's how they want to, label him, because, Conquest. Because he, conquers worlds for them. He believes that his own success is his, gives his greatest downfall or whatever. Because he said every time when he conquers a world, they fear him more and more. And he's like, "Oh, hello, friend, man. Fuck you, old man. You didn't kill what thousands or hundreds of thousands, and damn it, you ain't been on Earth for 3 hours. Who gives a shit about you being lonely, old man? Who gives a shit about you being lonely? Stop it." But he gets a big wild interruption because Eve, in her reformed self, she basically uses her energy, creates an energy blast, blasting conquest, which basically cause a for her to burn him like half of his body off. I mean, half of his skin off. I was like, wow, she really roasted that man. Oh, wow. Then she passes out. And being so pissed off because she caused so much damage with her energy blast, which we could say, that was her in that moment using her abilities with, bypassing the blockers, that was put in her before she was born, bypassing that to tap into, basically her full potential so she can create that blast. Conquest, she as she's passes out, Conquest looks at her. He's pissed. He's like, damn, man, I should kill her, man. I should kill her right now. Then Mark, he's like, don't you touch her. And then, attacks Conquest. Oh, man. Then while punching Conquest with his good hand, Conquest grabs that one, he crushes that hand. The Mark, he's in pain. You think he would cower her out and ball up from the pain and shit or whatever. No, this boy uses his head, man, for a weapon. Damn it, you hear me? He smashed the hell out of Conquest's face, man. Basically, it will lead anybody of him, to him being dead. Which we can say, to some degree, that he was dead. In that time frame. So but yeah, so basically Mark wins that fight. Cecil, well, Mark, he crawls over to Eve. They both passed out. Cecil, Donald, and the Guardian showed up. Basically taking Eve and Mark away from there to treatment. Mark wakes up next to Eve at the Pentagon. He was out for 3 days. 3 days, y'all. And then, and then they had a talk, the little talk, where you see them talking. He tell him Mark basically, how she got her powers, you know. But she tells him that basically, that she can't change sentient matter due to those blockers. She can't reach her full potential unless something really traumatic happens, which which is the element that's very familiar with a lot of different, protagonists that we know and come across, whether in animation or non-animation. We've seen that. So there's blockers there, booming until something traumatic happens, or whatever, to cause you to be in such of a mental state. You'll end up basically raising up to a higher power level, which is same syndrome when it comes to the old Dragon Ball universe, and then some. But yeah, Cecil. Next thing, Cecil rushes. He's rushing Sinclair to finish these damn cyborgs, these special cyborgs. But Sinclair tells him, "Man, hey, it's gonna take a lot more work, man. Hey, you can't rush this work." He said they basically have to build new parts just to help them to make these cyborgs complete. So, and then Cecil comes into the medical room to thank Mark, but before he can fully thank him, though, he was interrupted by Mark when Mark demanded that Cecil show him Conquest's body. Mark tells him, "Hey, when he sees the body, he tells him to burn it." Mark looked like them, and he was ready to punch him again when he seen that body. Mark, Eve, Cecil, and the Guardians held a funeral for Rex, and I was like, man, that was cool. I mean, that they did that. So, they held a funeral for Rex. You know, he does deserve a proper funeral. But he was crying though at the funeral to Mark about Rex, and they both said they wish they could have spent more time with him. Next thing we see Mark. He made it home, and before they started up having sex, she used her powers to take off his clothes. You know, because he was still bandaged up. He couldn't really. His arm and legs were cast up, whatever. He couldn't do nothing. So she she used her powers to take his clothes off. So they can get to business. But one thing I found that was kind of weird. I'm like, huh? Because she used her power on his clothes. Which is why we see in that scene before it goes off to the next scene that her powers is leaking from his clothes. So I'm like, huh, is that the signs that your powers are, I don't know, weakening or whatever because she used her powers at a full potential, or her lifespan is shortening or something. I don't know. But yeah, it goes next thing. Next thing, those we see this here. What's going to be, basically what they're going to be getting. They basically show us in this quarter of the episode, this last quarter of the episode, of all of all the the suspenseful things, that we should be that we should be looking forward to. Uh, Basically, because the those mind controlling squids, are coming back, and a couple of aliens found battle beasts floating in space. I was like, damn, okay, so that's where he's been all this damn time. All right. And then for what it looks like it, I mean, it's from his fight with that Viltrumite, because that it looked like it was a body ripped in pieces, that was floating around him. This man was just, that beast was just frozen in space. And the surgeons fixed Levy's arm, showing them basically, yeah, they was in agreement. But they told him too, hey, they wish to achieve things together with him, you know, because they had grander things in place or planned up instead of just accepting just a simple reward. Yep, Cecil kept conquest alive, and we see that in the next slide. Basically showing that the conquest didn't die, but he's there unconscious, and Cecil's there waiting for him to get conscious enough so he can talk to him about Viltrum and Viltrumites, and asking him, plan on asking him how can they defeat the damn Viltrumites? Which I'm like, okay, that'll be foolish. And they have that dude buried, man, like he's at 6 miles underground. I'm like, well, yeah, that's smart of Cecil. Shit. Hell, they could have used that as opportunity to study his body and try to figure out ways of how to come up with some countermeasures to it. I mean, to them. And Oliver, tells Mark that he wants to help him fix up the cities. Mark tells Oliver he was right about everything, and if anyone puts his family at risk, he won't hesitate to kill him. I'm like, well, shit. This is spoken as a real man, real warrior. Straight up. Because when it comes to certain cats and so many times, and yeah, and dealings and run-ins with villains and stuff, yeah, you got, you're gonna come to that point, man, where you're gonna have to say, yeah, I think it's time for you to be taken off the map permanently. Yeah, but then in this in the scene for the end credit, during the end credits, the demon detective, we see him. He awakens his hell lord. So I'm like, okay, so I thought this dude was gonna be all tortured up and stuff by his hell lord. But no, he tells him that he has a way to restore him to his throne. He said he found someone with a black heart who will serve him. So, yeah. The end of that one, man, that finale was just wow. So I'm like, okay, who is the detective talking about? He must be talking about Omni Man. He must be talking about Omni Man. Which you don't know that Omni Man basically did a whole 180. He has a whole change of heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this link in there for you guys if anybody wants to come through and chop it up here about this show, about these last two episodes. So put the link in here. Yeah. Yeah, come on through, chop it up. I'm gonna have this here for about 30 some minutes. But see if anybody wants to come through. So our show Solo Leveling is still going, still ongoing. No season finale for it yet. And yeah, so be sure to look out for some more shows that we're going to cover here in the Armor Force. Yes, I would like to cover the shows that are ongoing, that just started. You know, that is smacking hot. You know, the hot topic. So y'all, just chop it up about it. Bring your views, your thoughts on it. So post it again. But yeah, this whole season was just wild, man. Like, it was great on some points, but overall, it was a decent season. Yeah, a really good, decent season. Better than the previous. Better than the previous. Oh yeah, and I was hearing some complaints of people um, about this episode. The fight scenes or what they're saying, that animations and all that stuff could have been better, but I hardly seen any difference than from what the action of what they showed already. This throughout the beginning of this whole show, like the animation has been the same to me. I don't really see much of a difference. The only thing is that with this one is just shit. It was just super bloody, man. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. I'm like, damn. I think Mark possibly would have stood a better chance if he would thought more smarter and wisely during this fight. Because I'm like, okay, you see how powerful your boy is, this old man is. Especially, after like the first, what, 2 minutes of fighting them, boom, you should have like, okay, somewhat figured him out, had it down. Okay, he's coming with this much pressure. All right, then let me do this and that. In the same way is when he comes to, okay, like all my life I saw guys way bigger than me, and I know you guys heard this from other people before, but no, I actually have. I actually have fought guys bigger than me, like 6 foot and shit, or above 6 feet. And one of my wrestling coaches at the time, this is during high school. You guys come through if you want to chop it up about the show. Salute. Thanks for coming through. Hit the like and share. I was paired up with guys and wrestled and competed against guys, that was bigger than me, taller than me. And how I was able to get in over most of them, over them guys, was the fact that I used technique and very smart and clever maneuvering. One of my coaches, the way he put it, he was like, hey, it's not wise to try to out wrestle somebody that has more physical strength and power than you. So I exploited certain points. and yeah, we'll follow some special grappling. How I grappled them, their wrist and everything, and arms and all. Yeah, I managed to get them down. So in the same, I believe, yeah, Mark, he could have did something like that to Conquest if he had some kind of martial art training. I'm tired of seeing these super overly powerful motherfuckers with just slugger capabilities, like street brawling style. I want to see multiple styles implemented to such put into such fights. And which is cool. We get that when it comes to Dragon Ball and the like, which is awesome. But yeah, I salute and admire that about Mark, man, and this the ending of this episode, this finale, when he took out Conquest. Like I said a little bit ago, that was warrior shit right there, using his headbutt, just using his head to headbutt his ass. Until his head looked like beef stew. Like, yesers. Warrior mode. I love it. I love it. Warrior mode. I love it. The constant headbutting. When you don't have no arms. I love it. Shit. He headbutted his ass, damn it, to the point to where it's gonna take his ass a minute. If that didn't kill him, it's gonna take his ass a minute to regenerate. So, oh wow. Well, thank you guys for coming through. It's your guy Ray Hama, One versus a Million. Yes, like I said, this is a great show, man. Rock on, man. This is awesome. So, little, a few things here and there, that was a little irritative, with this season. But overall, like I said, I give it a 4 this season. 4 out of 5 star. So yeah, so we're looking for some more shows that we're going to cover, and maybe covering a couple of movies. Matter of fact, yeah, because I need to take some time out to watch some damn movies, man. See, just that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I was telling people about already. That man, a lot of these shows from live TV shows, like the live action, non-animated shows, and between those two, man, it's been hard to branch out to watch a movie, which I'm definitely going to have to is support of our good brother, Jonathan Majors, of his new movie, Magazine Dreams. Now, I don't know if Magazine Dreams have came out yet already, but, so, yeah. But thanks, though, for coming through. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to hit the Cash App. Like, and share. So, appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll be leading us out with our outro this time. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas, want something for me to cover, go ahead and let me know. So, all right. It's your guy Ray Hama. I'm out. Peace.
She said